Hey y'all, as you notice, I am not in today. Today is actually my birthday, so I'm a year older, so just needed some time. And for us for today, we are going to be looking at area of a circle. So we're not going to stop, we're going to keep it up. So today you should be able to learn or calculate the area of a circle. So these are just some reminders that you have already looked at. We have looked at both the radius and our diameter and knowing how to find our circumference. So remember, the radius is from the center of the circle to the edge, and our diameter is from edge to edge. So here are a few questions I would like for you to work on by yourself. You want to answer these questions below independently. So you want to determine the radius and diameter of each circle. Be sure to include the units. All right, good. So you had a good time to work on here. So if we're looking at A, we notice that it says 2 centimeters, and that is the center. So this is from center to edge, so our radius is 2 centimeters. And our diameter, if you remember that formula, diameter is 2 radius, so 2 times 2 will give us our diameter of 4 centimeters. Looking at B, we have from edge to edge, so this is our diameter, which is 9 inches. And if we're looking to find our radius, if you remember that formula, radius equals diameter, divide that by 2. Oops, sorry, y'all. My stuff just like gone. So 9 divided by 2 will give us 4.5 inches. Now, I just want to know if you're able to solve this or if you have seen this before. If you have, great. If you haven't, then we will start to pick this up as we get into the area of a circle. So you're going to pause really quickly and calculate the problems below. Okay, so as this says 5 squared, you are writing this as 5 times 5, which will give you 25. The same thing for B. 12 squared is 12 times 12, which will equal 144. This does not mean 5 times 2. That is not what that means. Okay? So our very first key point is area is the surface covered by a 2D shape. So when we're looking at for our quizzes or anything in that nature, you will see your star reference sheet provides you with the area of a circle. The area of a circle is our pi, which we should remember is equal to 3.14 times the radius squared. Okay, so radius times radius. And remember, the radius is from the center of our circle to the edge. Here are some steps to calculate the area of a circle. So I think it's very important that you get this down, write it down, and have it for you. However, I did provide them on all the slides to kind of help us out in the beginning. Another key point, sometimes we are asked to have our answers to be left in the term of pi. So that means that the pi symbol is left in the answer and not substituted with the value 3.14 and multiplied. So if you notice here, this example, it gives us that the radius is given. If we're trying to find the area, we will square the 8 first, so 8 times 8, which will give us 64. Now, if you want your answer in the term of pi, you will just write 64 pi centimeters squared. So that's your answer, your pi, and your units. Now, if it wants you to write out the answer, that means that they just now put in 3.14 for pi. So they have now substituted pi for 3.14. Here are some examples. I provided one for radius that you just seen, and then here's one for diameter. So sometimes You might not just only have, well, what is the area and the radius is given. You might have the diameter, and now you need to find out what the radius is. But remember, if you have your diameter and to find that radius, you only need to do half. So divide that by 2. So half of the diameter is your radius. Let's go ahead and start with some practice problems. So this first example says the radius of a circle is 2 centimeters. What is the area? So if I'm going to draw myself a picture, my circle, remember my radius starts from the center to the edge. So this is 2 centimeters. The very first step I want to follow is find the area of a circle. So the area equals my pi radius squared. So this one now will equal 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So if I want to put my answer in terms of pi, this will now be 4 pi centimeters squared. Now if I want to multiply this out, this will now be 4 times 3.14. And remember, when we're multiplying with decimals, you do not have to line them up. You wait to the end to figure out how many decimal points you have. So your final answer will be 12 56 centimeters squared. Okay, let's do another practice problem. The diameter of a circle is 10 feet. What is the area? We have our diameter from edge to edge. So since I have my diameter, I need to have this in half to find my radius. So my radius is 5. So 5 squared, because it's radius squared, will be 5 times 5 and give me 25. So my answer in terms of pi will be 25 pi feet squared. If I want to multiply this out, I will take my 25 times 3.14, which will give me 78.5 feet squared. Let's go ahead and continue. Now, sometimes we will not just only have those type of problems, we will have our word problems. So here are some key words or phrases used to describe our area. So Caesar is making a collage for art and puts together a circle made from various pieces of paper. The circle has a diameter of 40 centimeters, so we have a diameter of 40 centimeters, and he uses 3.14 for pi. What will be the square centimeters of his collage? So I have a diameter, so first thing I need to do is find the radius. So my radius, remember, is 40, divide that by 2, which will give me 20. So I'm looking to find the area. So area equals pi radius squared. So pi, so 20 times 20, and multiply that by 3.14, so your area will equal 1,256. Okay, our next practice problem. A dog runs in a circular space from his doghouse. The leash creates a radius of 20 feet. How many square feet of running space does the dog have? So our very first thing is our formula. Area equals pi radius squared. And let's start to work this out. So this would be pi. My radius is 20 times 20. So 20 times 20 will give me 400. So 3.14 times 400 will give me 1,256. That is my area. Great, let's keep on moving. Now here's a few practice problems that we're going to do. Determine the area of the circle on the coordinate plane. So if you notice, no numbers are given, but we should be able to identify our radius, because for us to find our radius, our area equals pi times radius squared. So let's start here at the center of our circle. Our radius is 4. So 3.14 times 4 times 4. Okay, so go ahead and solve for that, which will give us an area of 24. That is our area. Let's go ahead and continue. Determine the area of the circle below. This first thing we want to do, because this is our diameter, we want to take that in half to find the radius. So this is our radius. So area equals pi radius squared. So 3.14 times 10 times 10, which will give us 314 as our area. All right, so we have come to the end. Your exit ticket will be given to you tomorrow, April the 7th, as a due first. So please make sure that you have followed the steps. So your exit ticket will be given as a due first. And then you're going to watch the area of a circle. You're going to also watch the area of a circle. I forgot to put it on here, but there will be an assignment in Microsoft Forms in your Teams page to answer a question. Please make sure you get that done, submit it, and have a good rest of your day. I will see you all when I come back.